Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bunny Says, and I want to welcome you to another game of Cinderella Phenomenon. I have a cool, refreshing drink with me. It's green tea. I usually I ice it up and make a nice little green tea out of it. You know, tastes very good. So, when last we played, let's do a little recap here. We had a big showdown in front of the palace with Hilda, our mother. And let's see who was there. Delora and Parfait and Fritz. And we were trying to escape with the Neverland box so we could bring it back to Waltz at the Machen. Now, Mithras showed up during the fight, during the battle, and was trying to control Fritz and turn him back. He had been turned back into Varg, but he didn't. He wouldn't listen. So Delora summoned Mithras and had Mithras control him, since Mithras made him in the first place, Varg. That is, and he made him. He was trying to control him, and Fritz was sort of holding Varg back. Now Varg seems to have. There seems to be a sort of battle going on, a battle of wills between Varg and Fritz for the control of the body, really. And Varg is actually becoming more and more like Fritz. Or he's beginning to have characteristics of Fritz. He likes us, and now he's trying to protect us, and that type of thing. So, and he wouldn't do any harm to us. So let's continue on. We ran off, and we ran back to the Machen when Parfait appeared. Parfait was helping Delora. Now, I believe Varg is still with us. I believe I don't know if it was was it Parfait? Hold on. Yeah, it was Parfait, I believe. Had cast a spell, a teleportation spell, that brought us back to the Machen. So, let's start here. Okay. I do not move, even when the Machen walls come into existence around me. The place is devoid of its usual warmth. Delora. She's not responding. I fight down the rising grief and try to remain calm as I turn to Parfait. Please save her. Oh no, that's strange. I thought I thought she teleported just us. So I guess Parfait and Delora are with us. Save her. Parfait glances down at Delora, eyes glassy, as if she is hiding emotions behind a frigid mask. I feel that the mask is a reflection of my own. Any moment now, it will fall away, and I will be able to see her tears. Princess. The spell that Hilda used was a powerful one. There's nothing I can do. What? So she... oh my god, Hilda killed Delora? The air in the Machen seems to leave all at once. No, that's not true. You have to... Lucette. Delora? Okay, she's not dead then, alright. She does not move, and her eyes are still closed as she speaks. Lucette, I'm sorry, but I can't stay. No, don't say that. I've been lucky. Hilda took my Loria, but I got you in return. Now Laria is her daughter. That Hilda, oh that's right, we found out that Hilda killed her daughter in front of her. I like to think that my daughter would have grown up to be someone like you. Delora. I believe in you, Lucette. I have always believed in you. You can't leave, Delora. I won't let you leave. Though Delora's body does not move, I can feel the energy of her body slip through my fingers like sand. Her body slowly begins to fade away until only specks of glittering golden dust remain. A terrible prickling cold seeps into my heart and chest. Then the frigidness envelops my whole body. I cannot breathe. It is only when a teary-eyed Parfait pulls me into a hug that I realize my throat is raw, and I have been screaming in grief. Wow. Wow, this storyline is very brutal. There's a lot of people dying in this. Okay, we're in Lucette's room now, her bedroom. I do not remember being tucked into bed, and it looks like it's morning time. In the silence of the dark night, I can feel the absence of Delora like a hole in my chest. Sleepless hours tick by in a haze until the morning sun creeps through the window. Okay, Parfait is here. Lucette, you didn't get any sleep, did you? I shake my head. I wish I could give you time to grieve. She died protecting me. I cover my face with my hands, and hot tears that I thought had dried begin pouring from my eyes again. Both of them, Garland and Delora, died because of me. This is my fault. If only I was strong enough, I could have... No, Princess. If it is anyone's fault, it is mine. Both Delora and Parfait keep you only up to this blame, but do either of them deserve any of it? Your mother and I were like sisters once. I couldn't bring myself to hurt her. Because of that, I didn't act in time to save her from the Tenenbaum's corruption. If you are seeking to blame anyone, blame me. I am responsible for all of this needless pain, all because I could not stop Hilda. I was too afraid, and now I'm too weak. But what could you have done? Mother is... I don't think anyone can stop Mother. The Lucis and the Tannenbaum are inextricably linked to each other and to their bearers. The Crystallum cannot exist without each other. If one is destroyed, so is the other. What are you saying? We cannot stop Hilda if we destroyed the Lucis. That would destroy the Tannenbaum as well. Parfait, that's insane. Wait, did she say we can stop? I can't. Oh, we can stop. We could stop Hilda if we destroy the Lucis. Yeah, oh, that would kill Parfait, though, wouldn't it? Okay. Parfait, this world has suffered from magic for 3 centuries. Maybe it is more bad than good. Perhaps the only solution is to remove the source of it forever. But Mother only survived because she was a Tannenbaum bearer. She lives so long as the Tannenbaum exists. If the Tannenbaum is destroyed, Hilda should die. But you're suggesting we destroy the Tannenbaum through destroying the Lucis. Parfait smiles at me, but I find no comfort in it. I will only say it's my time. You cannot be serious. The has to be another way. There has already been so much suffering. Delora and Garland did not die, so you would have to give up your life as well. I'm not saying we make a decision now. After what happened with Varg, I have strengthened the Machen's defenses and added the glamour. For now, we are safe here. I was wondering about that. Breakfast will be ready soon. Join us when you are able. The others will need to know what happened last night. There must be another way to stop Mother. There has to be. By the time I make it to the dining area, the food is cold. I'm not surprised by the state of the food, but seeing Waltz in a grown-up body is definitely shocking. Oh, so he did get a hold of the Tannenbaum, the Neverland box and use it then. So, seeing Waltz in a grown-up body? Wow, oh my god. Waltz is a grown man. Wow, it's so strange seeing him as a man, so. Okay, there's Waltz. Oh. Princess. Waltz quickly makes his way over toward me and kneels down. He looks almost like a knight, though he's lacking the armor. Thank you for breaking my curse. At least I was able to do something good, but still. Princess? I do not notice the tears rolling down my cheeks until he calls my title softly. How is Rumple, too? Oh, what's this? Waltz the big man has made the princess cry? Waltz the big has made the princess cry? No, it isn't Waltz. Waltz looks a little PO'd there. Delora believed I could accomplish 3 good deeds, and yet Oh, it's Karma. You like hot chocolate, right, darling? I'll get the mugs. That's Rumble. Gently, Waltz leads me to a bench and sits next to me. Parfait hasn't told them what happened to Delora yet. Oh, wow, really? Okay. All of them are smiling at me, trying to cheer me up. But how can I possibly smile now? I need to tell you all something. Karma. Hot chocolate first. Talking later. You look pale, like you didn't sleep at all last night. And have you even eaten recently? Now that I think about it. No, I haven't. Rod, who I hadn't even realized was back at the Machen, stiffly stands up from his chair and walks away. He was here this whole time, just listening quietly in the corner. Well, Rod's here too? Okay. Did I say something wrong? Walt smiles at me as he pats my shoulder. We've sent Denise off to look after Jurian, so it's just us at the Machen. Rod's been taking care of meals, so he's probably going to get you something to eat. But why? Rod has never liked me. You saved his family from Varg, Princess. I doubt he minds cracking a few eggs for you. Rod comes back into the room and places utensils in a plate in front of me. It is filled with toast and scrambled eggs. Oh, it is Rod. Okay. Rod, I know it's not much, but you need to eat. I have no appetite, but he is right. I pick up my fork and stab a few eggs to try. This is good. Thank you. No problem. Suddenly, I am incredibly aware of how famished I am. I shovel the rest of the food into my mouth eagerly. I am eating the last remnants of my toast when Rumple comes back into the room holding far too many mugs for one person to manage. And now I present to you hot chocolate a la Rumple. Waltz jumps up to save the several mugs from Rumple's precarious hold. Oh, it's buffet. Ah, hot chocolate, how lovely. Rumple. I knew this would happen, so I made plenty. Waltz and Rumple place the mugs on the table. Rumple counts all of them. 5, 6, wait. Where is Lady Delora? Oh, wow. Okay, I guess. Yeah, I guess she's right, nobody knows. The fork I am holding clatters to the plate. It is the only sound in the suddenly quiet room. Buffet. Delora passed away last night. What? The atmosphere shifts. Everyone is openly frowning, their eyes filled with regret. So the night ended up being a turncoat after all. Fritz had nothing to do with it. Fritz helped Delora get to me just when Mother was going to take Neverland. We would have all made it out alive if Mother hadn't used her magic to summon Varg. Mother was going to erase all my memories, and I did not know what to do, so I just stood there. It was just like what happened with Garland. And now Delora is dead because of me. I cover my face with my hands as a too familiar grief bubbles up inside of me. Parfait. Delora made a choice to protect you, Lucette, just like Garland made his choice to protect Wherein. The only thing we could do now was to make sure the sacrifices weren't in vain. Here, was Waltz speaking. Waltz gently pushes the mug toward me. If there's one thing Delora taught us, it's that hot chocolate makes almost everything taste better. Hot chocolate makes almost everything better. I stare at the mug and remember the last time I had hot chocolate with Delora. I would never have thought the drink I shared with her so many days ago would be the last. I bite my lip to keep myself from crying. So, what do we do now? That's Rod speaking. Parfait. The plan hasn't changed. We still need to stop Hilda and save the king. Comma. But how was the question? Waltz's voice is quiet. Lady Parfait. Does he know what Parfait plans to do? Parfait. You know as well as I do that there's only one way now, Waltz. Parfait quickly explains what she told me about destroying the Lucis to destroy the Danenbaum. But if we do so by destroying the Lucis, you will die. I refuse to let that happen, Lady Parfait. This is Rumple. Now calmer. Delora sacrificed her life to save Princess Lucette, to have Princess Lucette bring back Neverland. Now you're telling us that was useless? That there is no other way? Parfait. If any of you have an alternative, please tell me. I do not want to lose any more of you over my mistake. But we cannot lose you either. I have a suggestion. There's Lucette now. What is our suggestion? I'm wondering. Okay, we're in the common room, and Waltz is speaking. Let me get this straight. Lady Parfait is going to act as bait to lure Hilda out of the palace and to the gates. And the rest of us will help distract her long enough so that you can get to your father? Lucette. Once the king is safely at the Machen, Mother cannot use him as a bargaining chip anymore. After that, we will have nothing left to lose. We will be able to go all out against Mother. The efforts we spared in bringing back Neverland will not go to waste. Waltz will use his magic to give us the upper hand. Though to be honest, I would still like to try and reason with her one last time. No, I don't think that's a good idea. Okay, Parfait. Princess, Hilda cannot be... I cannot accept that your death is the only thing that will achieve our goal in stopping Mother. You told me before that Mother was a kind person. If I could somehow reach out to those who she used to be, then perhaps it is possible that we could end this without any additional bloodshed. Everyone turned silent, their faces grim. I know this is not the best and most concrete plan, but please let me try it. I want to hope that the person my mother used to be is still there. This is my fight as well. I need to do something. The least I can do is save my father and stop Mother without Parfait needing to sacrifice herself. It will be dangerous, but I beseech all of you, please help me. Parfait, I want to believe that my old friend is still in there as well. Okay, let's do this. Well, Chapter 10. Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Wolf? Oh, that's a good name. Okay, we're in the palace hallways. Though I tried my best to convince him that I need everyone outside distracting Mother, Waltz insists on coming with me instead. Waltz really should be helping everyone distract Mother. He probably should, actually. Maybe Karma should have come with us. Though I admit that I am glad he's here with me. Waltz. Waltz. He's not in his room. Where are we looking for the king next? The throne room. He should be there. He was always in the throne room whenever Mother left the palace. Yeah. Oh, he's not. Waltz. Looks like he isn't here either. Is there anywhere else he could be? If I was Mother and I had to leave the palace to deal with enemies, and I had something I wanted kept safe, I would keep it in a secret chamber, somewhere no one would suspect. That would be the tunnels. Let's go. Okay, we're in the secret tunnels here. We're almost there. Thankfully, the door to the Tannenbaum chamber comes into view as we turn the last corner. I push the doors open and look inside. The king sits on a chair, his eyes devoid of any emotion. He's here. Is this what he's been like? Ever since Mother returned. His eyes are so empty. Do you know how to break the enchantment on him? Waltz leans forward to inspect the king's face. This is a high-level magic cast by Lady Hilda herself. This is not something I can break, unfortunately. It's something that the king will have to break out of on his own. Varg. Well, would you look at what the cat dragged in? Well, no. Varg is here. Yeah, it doesn't sound like he's being good to us. Varg. I look closely at Varg and notice that his usual cockiness and mirth are gone, replaced with something that looks like melancholy. Really? Okay. He looks like he is in pain. You shouldn't have come here. He stares at us blankly. Waltz moves to stand in front of me, barring me from Varg and the king. If I had my way, I wouldn't hurt her, but that's not how it works. What are you talking about? Varg turns his gaze at me and does not look away as he speaks. I am the big bad wolf. I was made to devour our little Red Riding Hood here, not fall for her. Varg loves me? Varg laughs, but it is a dry, humorless laugh. You look surprised. Is it really so hard to believe that I have the ability to love someone? Waltz's voice is quiet when he addresses me. He keeps his eyes trained on Varg. Get the king and get out. I'll be right behind you. No, I'm not leaving you. No one is leaving anybody, anywhere. That was Varg. Varg sighs. I cannot fully see his eyes, but I can still see the resignation in them. I have orders to keep you here. Strict orders. The Queen wants to see her daughter after she's done with your friends. As for her wayward apprentice, well, I was told you could be dead or alive. If you think I'm letting Lucette stay, your opinion doesn't really matter. Sorry about this, Princess. I'm suddenly shoved to one side. I land heavily on the floor, my head thudding hard against the wall behind me. Lucette. Oh. Waltz turns toward me, but before he can move, he is blown back, past Varg and the king. He crashes to the wall on the opposite side of the chamber. Waltz. Oh, Mithros is here. The element of surprise is so delightful. Mithros. What did you do? I glance once more at Waltz, but he is not moving. I struggle to my feet. Varg, you're not going anywhere. Before I can track his movements, Varg is already at my back. He pulls my arms behind me so fast, I have no way of resisting him. I can do nothing but watch as Mithros advances on Waltz. Stop fighting, Princess. I can feel his warm breath brush my ear as I fidget. I don't want to hurt you. You already have. I turn my attention away from Varg and glance back at Mithros, who is still slowly walking toward Waltz, his expression tight with anger. Mithros, you are always the favorite, always the precious little student. Then you betrayed her. For what? A queen would have given you the world, but you took her trust and threw it into the mud. But let me enlighten you. You're not needed anymore, Waltz. Can I let this happen? Adiuva. Varg's grip on me tightens. I can hear the disappointment in his voice when he speaks. It won't work this time, Princess. My heart plunges to my stomach. After you and the fairy left, what do you think the Queen did, What are you talking about? She wasn't pleased with your little knight's disobedience. And at that point, well, it didn't take much. What did she do to Fritz? Little push, just like that, and Fritz just disappeared, Gone. Gone? I repeat the word hollowly, letting it sink into my mind and my heart. It's like he was never here. All you have now is me. My knees give out and I sink to the floor. I can no longer feel Varg's grip on me. I can no longer feel the dirt beneath my knees. I'm losing everyone. I'm losing all of them one by one. Why did I think I could help? Why did I think I could do this? This is all my fault. I crane my neck upward to stare at Mithros and Waltz. Mithros, the queen has me now, Waltz, and I've been training. I am better, I am stronger, and I will deliver your head to my queen. I am paralyzed in Varg's arms, unable to move or speak as Mithros moves close enough to deliver a magical blow to Waltz. The room is suddenly filled with dust that spirals out from the center. I blink back tears as it stings my eyes. When it clears, okay, Waltz is once more standing. He and Mithros are glaring at each other. Waltz! But the sight of Waltz, alive and defiant, is enough to shock my brain back into action. I must save the king. And once Mother is defeated, Fritz might come back. With renewed energy, I begin to once again struggle against Varg. Hey! I wrench myself to the side and have enough leverage to bite down on his hand. He yelps and drops his cane. Mithros. Impudent girl. I look up to see Mithros already turned toward me with an outstretched hand. Light dances down from his arm and collects on his fingertips. Well, you need to learn obedience. Varg. No, Mithros, don't. What, that was Varg saying that? Oh, wow, okay. Waltz. Lucette. I cannot stand idly in place as I always do. I must move. But even as I lift my feet from the ground, I can see that the light is going to chase me, and it will come for me no matter how far I run. Lucette! That's Varg speaking. Oh well. At the very last minute, a shape moves in front of me, acting as a shield. Well, I see Varg's back moments before the spell passes through his body and crumples him to the ground. Oh, he jumped in front of us and saved us. Varg. His body collapses to the ground, his mask falling from his face. Why? Why did you save me? Dense to the end. Varg manages a weak laugh, then shakes his head. Oh, it's Varg. Looks like he's dying. Even though I was the one who was there with you, it was still him that you wanted. That's Varg speaking. I loved you just as much, yet you would never choose me, would you? No, you wouldn't. Because this big bad wolf doesn't have a happily ever after to begin with. Fading away like this hurts less than having to come to terms with that. I can hear the click of Mithros' shoes on the tile. His voice is filled with amusement. Even Waltz seems too shocked to move. Mithros. I knew there was a reason for your sudden disobedience. I suppose I should have expected this. Dogs always love their mistresses. Frog reaches up to touch my cheek. He smiles as shadows creep up his body. Oh, he turned back into Fritz. Moments later, it is Fritz lying on the ground, smiling his gentle smile. Oh. Then he closes his eyes and does not open them. Not moving. Not breathing. Gone. Time stops as my mind whirls. So Fritz is dead too? I feel my heart slowly beginning to break into shards. This is all my fault. Don't even tell me that's the end. No. What? What? No way! I thought I was doing okay. Do I have to have everything perfect? Get out! Wow! Oh, that's... Alright. Obviously, I don't know if it's I make too many bad choices or if you have to make every choice perfect, because I mean, come on, we still could have defeated Mother there and maybe... Okay, alright. I'm getting used to this, I think, so... I mean... I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say. The bad ends keep on suddenly coming out, suddenly come out and sort of shock me. They sort of surprise me because I'm thinking the story is going to continue on. You know, but then suddenly it's like the end, and they come out very quickly. I was just thinking it was gonna stop and continue for another episode, but I guess that's not gonna happen because this is the last episode of this. Okay, well. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There was Cinderella Phenomenon, the bad end for Fritz. Apparently we don't get Fritz either. So, thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. So, if you like, and please like and subscribe and all that type of thing, and we'll see what happens next. So, okay, thank you again. Goodbye.